neighbours. Everybody needs good neighbours with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good friends.
I bet Sue's the last person you expected to see.
You can say that again.
I thought you'd have better taste. No wonder you were so scared about coming in. Only you'd have the nerve to turn up here.
Now, wait a minute, Lenny.
Perhaps I'd better leave.
What a great idea.
But Sue's having lunch with us, and if you don't like it, Lenny, you can leave.
I live here. And she's not welcome.
Charlene, that's enough. Sue's a guest here and she's Henry's friend.
Some friend? You must be desperate to want to go out with her. I told you about all the trouble she caused me last year.
That was last year. And you gave Sue a pretty hard time too.
You told him that, did you?
No, she didn't. But I know you, Lenny. You always give as good as you get.
I'll stop at the pair of you. Come on, Charlene, help me with the lunch.
There's no way of hanging around while she's here.
It suits us fine.
I'm sorry, Sue. But you might have known that Charlene wouldn't be exactly thrilled to see you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. I just thought after all this time everything would be all right.
Well, I'm afraid forgiving and forgetting is not this family's strongest suit.
Oh, Mum, not you as well. Sue's never done anything to you.
It's all right, Henry. I gave Charlene heaps last year. I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused Mrs. Mitchell. I'll get going.
There's no need for that, Sue. Henry, you take Sue to the table. I'll dish up.
Thanks, Mum. I told you to be all right.
Oh, g'day, Dad.
Hi. Yeah. Don't you ever take time off? Easter Monday is a public holiday, you know.
Look, he's talking.
The only business I've had all day. It seems hardly worth staying open.
Ah, well, I was just going to have a juice and an apple, but seeing you're struggling with the profits, I better have a couple of pies as well.
I haven't seen Helen for a while. How is she?
Still brooding over what Chris Wilton thought of her paintings. Convinced herself that she's totally untalented now.
Well, other people obviously have different ideas, otherwise they wouldn't buy her paintings.
You try and tell Grandad. We've all let it go, but we just can't get through to her.
I will. She's just being oversensitive. Most artists are like that.
Yeah, well, I hope she gets over it soon. Thanks. See ya.
So, yeah.
G'day, Charlene.
Yeah, what's good about it? Things not going too well with Rob at the garage, eh? Everything's fine down there. Then what's the problem? Had another blue with your mum? Not Mum. Henry. You wouldn't believe who he's taking out. Sue Parker. Oh, see. After all the trouble she got me into last year. Well, perhaps she's changed. What? You've got to be joking. Look, Henry is not stupid. If Sue's putting on an act, he'll soon see through it. Don't you believe it? You know what they say about love being blind? Goes double for the Mitchells. Always falling for the wrong people. Maybe your relationship with Scott is really what all this is about. What happened between Scott and me doesn't excuse Henry. If he had any family loyalty, he wouldn't even speak to Sue Parker. I'll have a milkshake and a salad sandwich, thank you.
A little more shading under the cheekbones. I wish I had your talent for faces.
Stop putting yourself down, Gran.
I'm not.
You are, and you've been doing it ever since that Chris Wilton left. Yeah, who cares what she thinks anyway?
What did you do that for? You were going very well.
That's what I thought too.
Are you and Charlene still at odds over Warren Murphy? Your father explained it all to
Yeah,
me.
well, you can spare me the lecture, Gran. Dad's already taken care of that.
Well, I must say I don't approve of what you did to poor Warren, but I'm sorry there's been a split between you and Charlene. But why don't you try and make up with her?
She won't even talk to me. You know, I always thought we'd be together. One day we'd settle down, get married, have a few kids.
Oh, darling, surely things can't be as bad as all that. You've had arguments before.
Yeah, not like this one, Gran. No, this time it's really it. It's just sometimes it's just hard to stop caring. That's all.
Yes, it is.
Penny for them. Sorry. Why don't you tell me what it's all about? Nothing more to tell. If Henry wants to go out with Nosy Parker, there's nothing about Scott. That's what's really upset you, isn't it? I thought he really cared about me. He does. We all know that. No, I mean really loved me. Not just kid stuff. Mum and Harold are always saying we're too young to know what it's all about. I thought we did know. Until Scott started acting like a jealous kid over Warren. You can't blame him for being jealous. I certainly would be if Des got too friendly with another woman, no matter how innocent it was. No, you wouldn't. You'd sit down and discuss it like mature adults. I bet you're thinking that's what Scott and I should be doing right now. Charlene, love's got nothing to do with age. I was younger than you two when I had my first big romance. And a breakup's every bit as painful at 15 as it is at 50. Now, Scott's just lashing out because he's so scared he's going to lose you. And you're all angry and huffy with everyone for exactly the same reason. I'm right, aren't I? I just wish we never got back together. Then I'd have gone to Brisbane when Mum wanted me to. I wouldn't be feeling like this now.
Good heavens, I'm going to be late for work if I don't get a move on.
Oh, I'll do that.
No, I can manage.
Go and get ready for work, Mum. Sue and I can handle the dishes. We won't break anything, I promise.
Well, thank you very much. You have just witnessed a miracle. My son offering to do the dishes. You should come to lunch more often.
She's not such a dragon, is she?
No, she's nice. I'm sorry that Charlene's so riled up, though.
She really annoys me sometimes. She shouldn't have been so rude.
I don't blame her. She's not the only one in Ramsay Street who hates my guts. You're about the only one who doesn't.
Mum doesn't hate you. And Charlene will just have to get used to seeing you around. You heard what Mum said about you coming to lunch more often.
I hope my reputation doesn't ruin things for me when I start working with Jess Clarke at the bank.
Look, I wouldn't worry about it if I were you. My past hasn't been so hot, but I don't let it get me down. And you shouldn't either. You know what? I think we should forget about the past and concentrate on right now.
In that case, I think we better do the washing up, don't you?
I made a mess of things, haven't I? You've certainly given Warren a hard time. But there's no use moralising to you about it now. You've all come out of it with wounds to lick. The point is, what are you going to do about it? I don't know. Scott and I have had it, that's for sure. Maybe I should get serious with Warren. At least he cares about me. Oh, good thinking, Charlene. I'm sure Warren will be thrilled to know that he's second best again. You're hardly being fair to either of them, are you? Well, what else am I supposed to do? Whichever way I jump, someone's going to get hurt. The way Scott's been carrying on, he's the one who deserves to cop it. You're so angry with Scott, you're not thinking straight. And believe me, Charlene, you're going to have to think this through properly. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't want to mess either of them around. The only decision you have to make is about your own feelings. Now, there's no use going out with Warren if it's Scott you really care about. For everyone's sakes, you're going to have to do some honest, and I mean honest, heart-searching. Who do you want? Scott or Warren?
I can't tell you how delighted I am to have my portrait at last. No matter what anybody else says, I still think you've done a remarkable job in capturing... What was it you said?
The fighting spirit of Australia.
Yes, that's it exactly.
Well, I'm glad you like it, Nell. But I really must be going home.
Have you time for a cup of tea?
Well, no,
Just a quick one.
All right.
Oh, make yourself comfortable.
Thank you.
You've done such a good job with my portrait. I've been wondering if I could prevail upon you to do one of Jane. It would look rather well hanging over here, don't you think?
Well, I'm afraid I'm not painting anymore, Nell.
Oh, surely not because of what that Mrs. Wilson said about your work.
No, of course not. It's just that I'm very busy in the office these days, and there really isn't time for a hobby like painting.
I'm so sorry to hear that. You have such a unique talent.
Oh, well, I'm sure the art world will survive the loss.
In my opinion, that Wilson woman wouldn't know her onions from her cabbages.
She was highly qualified.
Oh, qualifications mean nothing these days. Everybody has them. What you have is something much more important. You have the same quality you recognized in me, the fighting spirit. Surely you're not going to let a little criticism get you down, especially coming from a foreigner.
Hi, Madge. What can I do for you?
Well, I was wondering if you would be able to make me a quiche that I could take home tonight.
I've got time to make you a dozen if you like.
Oh, thanks, Daphne. I do hate cooking when I get home from work.
Same here. What sort would you like? Spinach, cheese?
Surprise me.
I hear Henry's given you one surprise today already. Sue Parker.
How on earth did you know about that?
Charlene dropped in for lunch.
Oh, she did she? Well, I've got a little surprise for her when she gets home tonight, a lecture on manners. She had no right to sling off at Sue like that, not when the girl had been invited for lunch.
Madge, don't be too hard on her. She's very upset about Scott.
Oh, so she's told you about that, has she?
She's not very proud of herself.
Just what exactly has she been up to?
I thought you knew.
I'd be the last person Charlene would tell, but I'd be very grateful if you would.
I'm sorry, Madge, I can't. She told me in confidence.
Well, so much for my rights as her mother. It seems to me that my daughter will blab at the drop of a hat to anyone who's prepared to listen. But if I want to know something, I've got to drag it out of her. I'll collect the quiche after work.
Hi, Mrs. Mitchell.
Well, you look remarkably composed for someone who's in a great deal of trouble.
What do you mean?
All this fuss about you and Charlene and Warren.
Look, I know what I did to Warren was pretty lousy, but I don't need you to have a go at me about it as well. If you and Harold hadn't tried to break up Charlene and me in the first place, then none of this would have happened.
Yes, well, before I take the blame for that, I'd like to know exactly what you two did.
Charlene hasn't told you?
No. But don't let that deter you from filling me in on the details.
Sorry. You'll have to ask Charlene.
Come in. What's that? Something exciting?
Oh, no, only our dinner. I opted out of cooking tonight.
Very sensible. I wish I'd done the same.
Is Scott home?
No, he's at the gymnasium with his father.
Oh.
What's the problem?
Charlene? Oh, I'm fed up to the back teeth with her. Apparently there's some terrible mystery surrounding this latest breakup with Scott, and it concerns Warren Murphy. Well, Charlene won't tell me anything about it.
I doubt if Scott will either.
Oh, well, someone's got to tell me. Helen, do you know what's going on?
Yes, I do, but
I see another dead end. Daphne knows. Charlene saw fit to confide in her. Seems I'm the only one who doesn't know. And frankly, Helen, I'm worried sick. Just what have those two been up to?
All right, Madge, I'll fill you in. I think it's about time you knew.
Splendid, isn't it?
Yes, it certainly is.
Such a pity Mrs. Daniels has decided to give up her painting, don't you think?
Well, actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
I see. Well, come through, Mr. Robinson. Please.
Yeah.
I did my best to dissuade her, of course, but I'm afraid my words fell on deaf ears.
Well, there is a way we can help Gran get her confidence back. But I'm going to need a favour from you.
Oh, of course. Name it.
I want you to lend me the painting. It's only for a little while.
But how will that help, Mrs. Daniels?
Well, I'd rather not discuss the details with anyone at the moment. All I need is the painting.
But it only came into my possession today.
Mrs. Mangle, if things work out the way that I'm hoping, then the value of that painting is likely to increase quite considerably.
Oh. Well, of course, anything to see your grandmother happy again.
Thanks, Mrs. Mangle. I knew I could count on you.
Mum was pretty mad with you at lunchtime, and I'll bet anything you like she'll still be mad when she gets home.
Who cares?
I do. You had no right to get stuck into Sue like that.
She's lucky I didn't thump her. You had a nerve bringing her here. I told you about all the rotten things she did to me at school last year.
She's trying to change. Why don't you give her a chance?
Don't kid yourself, Henry. You're going to find out the hard way unless you're smart enough to dump her first.
Well, I've got news for you, Lenny. I've got no intention of dumping her. I like her.
You always did have rocks in your head. Wake up, she's just using you to cause trouble for me.
You're a fine one to talk about using people, Charlene.
What have I done now?
The way you've been carrying on lately absolutely disgusts me. And what you and Scott did to Warren was unforgivable.
You've been talking to Daphne, haven't you?
Oh, yes, I have, but I failed to see
There's
what...
one thing I can't stand to stop it. I'm going to go and kill her right now.
Charlene! Oh, good heavens, Daphne didn't tell me Helen did. I better go and sort this out.
Let her go, Mum. Daphne will set her straight.
Oh, yes, of course. Daphne will solve everything, won't she? I'm the one who has to come home every night to a battlefield. I mean, night after night, Charlene throws tantrums, making life difficult for everybody else. Would you pass me the carving knife, please, Henry?
Maybe she's like that because everyone makes life so difficult for her.
Who does? I certainly don't. Anyway, you'd be the last person I'd expect to be defending her. The two of you were at it hammer and tongs not 5 minutes ago.
I'm not making excuses for the way she treated Sue. She's had a pretty rough time of it lately, and she is my little sister. Well, that counts for a lot with me.
So much for trusting you. You said you understood. Well, pimping on me to my mother isn't my idea of understanding. It's the last time I tell you anything, that's for sure. Now, hold it 1 minute. Don't you ever speak to me like that again. Sorry. I did see Madge today, but I didn't tell her anything. It's only a matter of time before your mother found out anyway. Well, who told her then? I don't know. Well, one thing's for sure. If you were as grown up as you insist you are, you would have told your mother the truth in the first place. Sorry, Daphne. I should have known you wouldn't let me down. Foot and mouth disease, it's my trouble. You're doing a good job of it all round, aren't you? Don't know why you bother with me. Because I think you're worth it. Now it's time for a lecture. All your problems stem from one thing, indecision. Ever since you left school, you've been drifting, and you can't live life willy-nilly. To be successful at it, you've got to know what you want and set yourself goals to achieve it. I used to know exactly what I wanted. To be a motor mechanic and to keep going out with Scott, right? And now you've lost sight of both. You don't know what you want anymore. Remember what I said to you at lunchtime about getting yourself together and making a few honest decisions? It's not that simple. Oh, yes, it is. But no one else can do it for you, Charlene. If you want to get your life back into some sort of order, then it's up to you to make the effort.
Here you go, put Charlene's in the fridge. I'm sure Daphne's already given her dinner. She seems to run to Daphne for anything she needs lately.
Thanks for making the big effort with Sue today. She reckons you're great.
In spite of what Charlene says, Henry, I do try. You rather like Sue, don't you?
And she's fun. I know you don't think that much of her, but give her a fair go, OK?
Henry, far be it from me to interfere in your life. Charlene never takes notice of a word I say, so why should you?
Charlene's not a little kid anymore. Why don't you let her make up her own mind about things?
Yes, I should have let nature take its course with Scott. Life would be a lot easier if I had. I trust you're in a better mood than when you left, young lady.
Sorry, Mum.
Your dinner's in the fridge.
Thanks, but I'm not very hungry.
Just what is the matter with you lately? I mean, why can't you talk to me instead of rushing across to Daphne all the time? We used to be able to communicate.
It's not your fault, Mum. It's just I've had a bit of trouble growing up and being responsible for myself. I think I can handle that now.
Good. Glad to hear it.
That's why I've decided it'd be best for everyone all round if I left.
Pardon?
I want to move out of home. Find somewhere else to live.